morning, everybody. It's like, what time is it? 5:46 in the morning. Today I have my yearly PET scan. One thing that happens when you get cancer is that even when it's like removed, you have to get scanned a lot. So I'm currently getting scanned every 6 months with a PET scan and every 6 months with a normal x-ray, so I'm not like in the PET scan radiation so much. But I thought that today I would just bring you along like what is a PET scan. Also, this is how I do my hair. Yeah, because I think like whether you have to experience a PET scan yourself and don't know what it is, or you are just curious as to what happens in those rooms, I'm gonna take you along the whole thing, and even let's see if I can even film the PET scan. I'm up really early though because I have to go to work first and I have to go to class, because that's just the life of a college student who has survived cancer. You go to work, you go to class, and then you go to your PET scan to make sure you don't have cancer still. Yeah, so far for an entire year, all of my scans have been clear. It feels more just like one of those things like, yep, you just gotta do it, you know? That's what we're gonna do. Some loose curls today. My hair always looks very short when I do that, but if you want curly hair, I highly recommend doing like the robe method. My hair is naturally curly, but I like how the curls stay when I do a little bit more styling with them, and then because my hair is curly, they just like better take. Like my hair is pretty much looking like this all day. Anywho, I might put it up a little bit because I don't know. This is the work/class/PET scan fit. One thing about PET scans is that you're not allowed to wear any sort of metal or anything. So no jeans, no even like sweatpants that might have a little tie, or a hoodie that might have a little tie with a metal end. Like, don't do it, don't do that. And also like don't wear a bra that would have a strap or something. But even like I was wearing something like this one time where I'm just like, oh, it has no metal, it's fine, but it has these tiny little clasps, and they were like, nope. So go with like a sports bra or something. Make it as comfy as possible, because otherwise you have to wear something like this and you'll look like Steve from Minecraft, which might be a plus for you, but I just always felt very exposed and I did not appreciate wearing their paper clothing. So now I've learned if I wear my own clothing that's appropriate, I actually don't have to wear their stuff. Another hot PET scan tip is no jewelry. I like to keep these in because sometimes they'll let me keep it in, but I don't wear any necklaces or big earrings. It depends on what they're scanning. So definitely when I did my MRI, that's like full body, you can't wear anything. Sometimes depends on the nurse too. Like I've had maybe more experienced nurses who are like, yeah, that's not gonna do anything, but nurses who are recent, they're a little bit more strict on like, no, you can't wear any jewelry, we have to take this out too. So I just gamble with that one. That's it for my PET scan prep. I can't eat anything starting at 7:45, but it's too early for me to want to eat anything right now, so I'm just gonna be fasting until like 1 p.m. today. Okay, I'm at work right now and I have the little baby in the back. We're about to drop him off at school, but because I can't eat starting at 7:45, it's currently like 7:12, 7:15. So I'm gonna run through Starbucks and just get something to hold me over because I'm already so hungry. So I'm gonna get something before I drop him off at school, and I'll eat it really quick in the car. Oh, he's coughing. I was gonna get the egg bites, but I panicked, and now I'm getting the wrap. I bet baby's like, who is she talking to right now? Okay, baby's dropped off, which means time to go to class. All I want is to go home and have like some warm oatmeal and coffee or tea, but I cannot. Can't have caffeine, can only have water. But I need to go home anyways so that I can pick up my mom and we'll go together because it takes a really long time. So it's always good to have a friend or bring something to do. See you at home. My hair looks bright red in this lighting. Okay, I'm getting ready to leave and I'm gonna bring my backpack just because it has a book in it that I want to read, and it also will have my camera. And it takes about like an hour or so. Like I'm getting there at 11:45, but my actual scan isn't until like 1:15. Don't even. It's just such a long process because they give you this stuff. I'll show you all of it. But just so you know, if you're going for one, you're gonna want to bring something to do. Okay, using my phone because I'm too scared to get my camera out. But we got IV'd and I was gonna film it, but I just was like, no, that's too, I wanted to get it over with. Got IV to get a sugar sample, and it's really just a lot of waiting because the actual scan is like 15 minutes.
So this is helping to prevent any extra emission of that radioactive tracer.
Yeah.
But the amount that we're giving you, it's not anything that's going to affect you in any way, okay? Don't have anything else after this.
Yay. Even on the like scanner?
Yeah. It's ordered, you know, just for this tracer. Gotten the contrast before?
Oh yeah. Am I not doing contrast?
Okay. So you'll get the drink. So go ahead and raise your arm up in here.
Okay.
They'll do different orders based off of, you know, what they were trying to visualize. So you're good.
Well, that's great because that hurt putting my arms up with the IV.
And now I'm gonna go get your drink, okay?
That delicious milkshake.
Yeah, the delectable.
On the label, it's called a smoothie. So
the worst part about the PET scan is the smoothie. And my advice is they're gonna tell you, well, at least at this hospital, they're all like, the mixed berry's the best. It's not true. I got the mixed berry the first time, barely drank it. They say you only need to drink half of it though. They want you to drink all of it and you have an hour to do it. But it's disgusting. It's oral contrast barium ready cat suspension 2%. It's the new thing. New drink. Also, they did tell me I have to take out my earring. So it's because they're doing a full body this time. So I think in the past I've only had my feet scanned, depending. And so I have to take out my earring, and I forgot that I have this anklet too. So we're gonna do that. So basically the reason for this drink is so that they can see, it's like the contrast, so they see your body, and where it shows up white means that there is a potential cancer. And so the first time I took this drink, a little story time that is funny but not funny at all, was the first time I did my scan was like a month after my surgery, and in January, and I did the drink, I did the whole PET scan, and then I went to my doctor's appointment to have a checkup, and it wasn't my surgeon or like main doctor, it was the nurse practitioner or something, I don't know, some lady came who I'd met before. I need to change hands because that was my IV arm. I don't even know why she was there. She was just like, I wanted to check in, see how you're doing. And then she was like, what if just for fun we look at the results of your PET scan? Like, I have them. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, let's do that. I don't know anything, right? Like, this is my first scan ever. And she's like, oh no. And we're like, you can't say oh no in a cancer office. Like, that is the last thing you say. And basically she was like, do you see this little white spot? Like, when it's white, that means that there's cancer. And it was
white spots.
Yeah, there were 2 white spots located near my hips and my abdomen. And she's like, yeah, this is like, you probably would need a biopsy. And if it's in your abdomen, that means it's completely spreading. And you probably will need chemo. I mean, just like literally going on this rabbit hole of like, I'm gonna die. She asked me, she's like, are you ready to have another biopsy? And I said something, right?
Well, you looked at, well, first of all,
I was so mad.
I said to her, is there anything else that this possibly could be?
This can't be cancer.
Said, no, this is cancer. These are tumors. And you looked at me and you said, we're leaving right now.
I don't even I remembered it, but now I've blocked it out, I think. Or not blocked it out, but I'm just like, that chapter of my life is so over. Yeah, I was so mad. She hadn't been told by a radiologist what happened. So I did not speak. I was on the verge of like serious breakdown. Like if somebody had asked me if I was okay, I was about to destroy the hospital. And so then I got into the car and we sobbed and sobbed and sobbed. And then Mom was like, let's go visit your aunt. And I was like, I don't want to visit my aunt.
We were picking up your handicap.
Then why did we go to Auntie Robin's
Well,
house?
because, wait, and so we're just sobbing and you're telling me that you're dying and that you're going to...
I'd rather die than do chemo.
You were like,
That's what
I guess I just have some time left and I'm gonna have to figure out. And then Auntie Robin calls and she's just like, what are you guys doing? And we're like sobbing because Isabel's dying.
And then she tells us to go over, and I really don't want to, but we go over, and my cousin's there, and he's like, well, like, first of all, this is, like, not professional. And then second, they're like, are you sure that this is, like, you haven't been told officially, have you read it for yourself? I was like, no. So we go, and we have to put everything into ChatGPT because it's, like, robot language. But basically, it's, like, everything's normal.
Nothing remarkable.
Yeah, nothing remarkable. Like, the only thing is that the dye just, like, showed extra on your lymph nodes or whatever. Sometimes it was just extra dye, and that's what the white spot was just, like, it was showing up in my abdomen, but that was just, like, my lymph nodes. The next day, I got a call, but I did not answer it because I did not want to talk to her. I got a call from the nurse or the doctor, whatever she was, I don't remember. And she was like, hey, she left a voicemail. She was like, hey, I'm just so sorry, like, turns out everything's fine. It wasn't cancer at all. Like, it was just the lymph nodes. I was like, I know. I read the report through ChatGPT, and literally she could have ChatGPT'd it and known. But what she had done was looked at the scan images without looking at the written results because they hadn't been written or even evaluated by a radiologist yet. So, little story time of the time that I thought I was dying and had cancer for the second time because of a stinking doctor. That's why this drink is the death of me. I got here at 11:45, but my actual scan isn't until like 1 because I have to drink this, and it takes that long for it to get into your system. So, fun times. I'll check in with you later. I'm back home and I couldn't even think about finishing this vlog until I had my meal. Let me take a bite first. So as you saw, I went into the little thing, shout out to the radiology team, who I was so nervous to ask, but I was just like, can I take a video of this? Like, could you take one of me? And she was like, absolutely. Actually, I only asked her to take a picture, and then she was like, I took a video too. It took a little bit longer than 15-20 minutes because I moved my toe on accident, and so they had to redo some of the pictures. But yeah, that's really all it is. MRIs are much louder, much longer. Oh my gosh, that never was gonna end. But PET scans are pretty chill. Also, I didn't have to have my IV in the whole time. Sometimes when you do a PET scan, depending on the kind that they need, they have you have your IV so that they can put things in during the scan. But I didn't have to do that this time, and it was so great. It is weird. Every time I get a scan, even though I feel very confident that the doctors got the entirety of the tumor and all the cancer cells, every day it comes around and I'm about to like look at the results and I'm always like, what if? Oh my gosh, what if I have to do all that again? But honestly, I was telling my brother, I was like, honestly, if they were like, yeah, you have cancer, it spread to your lungs, I'd be like, okay. I'd be like, you know what? Sounds good. We'll see what happens. Sounds like I'm going. What can you do at that point, you know? People are gonna not like that statement. Good morning. It's the next day and I think the results are in. It took longer, I think, because usually my PET scans are in the early morning. Like I've had PET scans at like 6 a.m. and then you get the results by like 10. Because mine was later, they have to get the results of all the PET scans that came before me. So that's probably why I didn't get it until today. So I am not that worried. All of my scans up until now have been clear, and I just doubt that in 3 months, like in 3 months, am I gonna get cancer again? Like, I just don't think that's the case. Okay, so basically what you want is you want it to be like unremarkable, not suspicious, things like that. So let's see. I wish that they just had a place that would be like, we do not see any cancer. Like layman's term, just like summary. But they don't put any summary or anything, so you have to go through the whole thing. Okay, here it says muscles and subcutaneous soft tissues, stable soft tissues thickening at the left foot at the site of prior surgery, demonstrates mild activity. Let me just ask my dad really quick what that means. Okay, my papa says that that just means that, like, the language is like, yeah, at the place that you had surgery, there's like going to be activity because it's abnormal because I don't have toes. Scar tissue is shown there, but it's normal. I'm cancer free 1 year later. Let's go. Great. Thanks for coming along with me on my PET scan journey this week. Hopefully you learned some things. If you have questions about cancer, well, I can't really answer that much. Cancer, PET scans, anything, let me know. Okay, have a wonderful week. See you later.